Welcome, everyone. This is Nevada. If you have spent any time in male empowerment spaces, or even in the manosphere at large, you may or may not be privy to a couple of odd turns of phrase. The most notable of which being the red pill and the blue pill. The more observant or theatrically minded of you may also recognize this phrase, as it has its roots in the 1999 film, The Matrix. If you have not seen this film yet, then I will not spoil it for you. However, I would implore you to watch it. In the movie, a character must make a choice between the truth and going back to the lies that they have been born into. Those are the red pill and blue pill, respectively. You can see why, then, that this has been used in male empowerment spaces to signify certain things. Of course, most groups with their own beliefs have co-opted this idea for their own fight, which I understand. But it undermines what I truly believe to be the most important use of this concept. Ideology informs belief, and belief informs action. Our ideology, the ideology of polite society, is gynocentrism. Gynocentrism dictates that women should be valued over men in general society and regarding human life value, which nearly all of our population believes. Our action, then, is the devaluation of men so that we can elevate women in worth. Women create life, so they must be angelic and beautiful. Males create pain, violence, and suffering, so they must be evil. The yin and the yang, right? Well, if only it was as easy as that. Let me ask you, what does an abused animal do when you try to comfort it? In most cases, it will lash out at you, bite you, and try to hurt you. I believe this is what is happening on a grander scale in our society, but that is a topic for another time. In essence, people who are blue-pilled are gynocentric agents, enforcing disposability upon the general male populace, whether this be active or passive. Passive being things like fathers pushing their sons into working some random job because he needs to provide for his future family, so he must become a tool, a utility to society, to be used and then discarded when he is no longer useful. There is no care for his individual wants or needs, or his welfare. He is not here to enjoy his life. He has to earn the air that he breathes. They may also imbue their sons with a deep-seated feeling of loneliness or despair and tell them that women will make it all better, somehow. That a woman will save them from their dreadful existence, like Mom did. We make males feel that they are half a person without a romantic partner, and especially a female one. Oh, and women are of course the better half of the relationship. So, should he manage to somehow gain the fleeting attention of some random female, he should bend over backwards for her, and buy her wondrous gifts, and always be indebted to her because she completed him. We create a belief within men that they are not complete without a female partner. They will be given marching orders, as they are raised to protect any and all womenfolk, treat them with grace, love, and respect that they would not afford other males. They will, of course, value the welfare of women above their own, exceptions notwithstanding. This is the Matrix, but you may wonder to yourself, what is the purpose of the Matrix? In a word, control. However, I believe we can expand on that. First and foremost, it satiates our gynocentric egos, as we have males mass devaluing themselves everywhere, all the time for female welfare. And On the other hand, we tell males that women won't want to be with some deadbeat. Thus they slave away in our society, working long hours as they try to find that one unicorn that can complete them and make their lives worth living, all the while pulling the plow through the fields. We dangle female affection as a carrot in front of males, and they desperately grab for it over and over and over. Repeatedly, they lose their footing, falling on their faces into the mud, before getting up once again, only more frenzied, to try to obtain the oh-so-coveted female attention and affection. All of this is meant as a way to force males to continue servicing our society at the cost of their own lives and welfare. Let me ask you this. Where exactly does females caring for males come into this? No, really. Ask yourself that question. We tell males that they are the protector of females, and that they must defend the fragile womenfolk from this evil, indifferent world. We also tell them that once they finally do find their way into a relationship with a woman, all will be made better, and she will heal all of the hurt that he has been through. He will finally be able to let himself feel for once, for her. All of the feelings and true love and care that he has had locked inside of him for so long. And she will, of course, accept all of his gooey feelings, and they will live and love forever after. Right? That's strange, though. I don't ever remember saying that women were brought up to care deeply about males and their welfare and feelings. And that's because they're not. The ideals that blue-pilled males have of their angelic female deities is not accurate. You know the whole males are the cause of pain, violence, and suffering thing that I said earlier? Well, guess what? Women believe that. They are not taught to care for male welfare. They're told that males are mischievous and, indeed, dangerous. That males barely have feelings and just want to stick their disgusting snakes into female bodies at the earliest convenience. That is the idea that women are brought up with. So, no. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but the one sole purpose of females is not to care for male welfare, and your projection in that area has done you a major disservice. This does not describe all males, but it does describe a large majority of them. And you may ask yourself why I have such clarity into these ideas. And, well, that's because I once believed the very same things as these men. I used to roll into the fetal position in my bed and cry under the covers because female validation evaded me. I demeaned my own worth and life value simply because I could not garner female attention. I was indoctrinated with a belief that I was lost if I did not have a woman, and could not find happiness without one. In all honesty, I was lost, but not for the reasons that my naive mind had thought back then. Oh, how I pondered for hours over all of the wonderful things I would buy my girlfriend once we got together. How our marriage ceremony would be the most beautiful thing anyone had ever seen. How I made out with my Pam to try and practice my kissing so she would be impressed. Oh, was that last one just me? Well, you get the point. I truly believed that I was lost without a woman to complete me, and thus, like so many other males, I demeaned my own worth in the pursuit of finding some random woman who could make everything better, or so I thought. In reality, I was instilled with hostility towards males, a firm belief in my own lack of self-worth, and also into the fallacy that women were angelic by nature, that they could do no wrong. Oh, and a side of general male disposability, of course. The red pill male will see these things for what they are, simply a control mechanism to keep males pulling society forward with blood, sweat, and, well, not tears, because we don't want to see our tools crying. So, to get down to brass tacks, blue pill males believe that men are the elements of humanity that embody depravity, and females are the elements that embody goodness. That men oppressed women for centuries in a totalitarian nature. Actually, I hate to get swept up again, but while we're on that topic, that never quite sat right with me. Not as I saw males acting so subservient before females, and indeed, as I once did as well. Let me ask you this. If females really were so oppressed, so downtrodden, treated so harshly and with indifference, then why did males die in the millions, if not hundreds of millions, to protect women all throughout history? Surely, if we demeaned femininity and saw males as much better and more valuable than females, we would then put women in the roles of being disposable fodder for our society and our armies? Because their lives mean nothing, meanwhile male life would be coveted and protected. It wouldn't matter that women are the ones that gestated, because male worth is worth way more than that. Yet that's not the reality of our situation. If we humor the feminist narrative for a moment, that males took control of society from females eons ago and decided to essentially enslave them for male benefit, then why sacrifice? Why protect those that you value so little? If you were to believe in this narrative, you would be believing that the masters were dying in the millions for the slaves, and still do to this very day. That doesn't quite add up, does it? We discard of that which we assign as having lesser value. In our case, males, which is what the red pill is all about. Accepting the truth that we use, abuse, devalue, and discard of males for societal and female enrichment. How much more proof do you need? Simply look at the suicide statistics of any country in the world, and you will observe males killing themselves at unprecedented levels compared to females to get out of this privileged boys' club. Observe the homeless rates by gender, the assault and homicide statistics, the gender that we genitally mutilate en masse before they can even understand the world around them. We wholly view men as lesser in value compared to females. You have been sold a bill of false goods, and you have sleepwalked through life fully believing it. But this is your chance. You have, for whatever reason, found yourself here, listening to this video. You have found your out. Your red pill. So let me ask you, are you willing to take it? Are you willing to embark on a journey that will change the perceptions of everything you hold dear? The path of male empowerment is draining, and it is not for the faint of heart. However, knowing that you have a grasp on the truth, that is rewarding. Even if it does leave you in the minority. To know that you can care for the truly pained and downtrodden, that is special. Or you can take the blue pill and your male empowerment story will end here. You can click off of this weird video and continue living your life in blissful ignorance. This is not a choice I can make for you. You must make it yourself. So, are you with me? Until next time, brothers, keep safe.